Louise, many congratulations to you and your team for winning Luxury Law Department of the Year.
Thank you, John. It's a real honor.
Now, I imagine this has been a year like no other for you and your team. Tell us what it's been like.
It has been a year like no other, like everyone has felt in the whole world. I mean, we're all together in this, obviously. But indeed, it was very difficult. We were all set to do a test of working from home on a Monday. We all went home on Friday with our laptops. On Monday, we conducted the test, and then we were told, oh, that's it. Don't bother coming back into the office. So we were suddenly in it. And I have to say, there were a lot of challenges, technology, of course, being one. But luckily, the technology challenges were easily surmounted. And once they were, and we all kind of got into the rhythm, I think it started to work very well for us. But the challenges, of course, were feeling connected. Suddenly, we were completely apart. And we had to think of new ways to work together, to collaborate, and share information. Because in the early days, especially, information was critical to being able to do what we needed to do and to feel like we were able to continue to contribute.
How long did it take for you to sort of get comfortable with that, do you think?
I think it varied from person to person. I will be honest, I was not the most tech savvy person of the group, but we have a wonderful IT team here at LVMH, and they were patient and walked me through what I needed to walk through. For other members of my team, it was a much simpler exercise, but we all had our challenges. For the first time, some of my team members were living alone and really isolated. Others had too many people in their household, and so it was difficult to work appropriately. It all varied, and we all had our own challenges to deal with.
So this is a team award. How has your team impressed you during this difficult time?
I have to say the resilience and persistence that they showed during these many months have been incredible. They've all had to pivot. There was no usual way of doing business. The general work that we had done for many months, and we all had our own specialties and the people we dealt with, that all changed. Suddenly, we had to figure out what was the most important thing going on and how could we assist in that way, in that matter. And they all did. We are a small legal department, only 8 of us altogether, and every single person had a role to play in making it a successful year.
Did you actually get to, have you had a chance to meet? Because there has been, certainly in the UK, it's been up and down in terms of the lockdown.
Yes, our office was open again in July, but everyone has a different circumstance. And so for some people, it was much more difficult to come into the office than for others. I happen to live in Manhattan, which is where our offices are located. So for me, it's actually a fairly straightforward and simple commute. For others who work and live outside the city, it's much more difficult. And so we've been flexible.
Yeah, people are talking about what they've learned from it. What have you learned, do you think, as a team about the benefits maybe of the remote working?
Well, I think we've learned one important thing, which is that you can work remotely. And I think that was in question. You know, the tech companies have been doing it for a very long time. But in a sector like ours, there was always a premium put on being in the office, a feeling that collaboration could only occur in that physical proximity. And I think we've proven that that's just not the case.
What about the future? What's it going to look like? How will the sector change, do you think?
I think one of the things that luxury has going for it is that it is about experiences and desire. And that is something that if you can deliver it virtually, you actually have a very good way of going forward, because the consumer wants that, wants to have experiences that are fun, that are moving, that are inspiring, and the luxury world is actually able to deliver those pretty well, even in a virtual setting.
So you're optimistic?
I am.
Well, Louise, many, many congratulations once again, and I wish you a much less eventful 2021.
Thank you. Same to us all.